One of my favorite Cantonese phrases is "si sa bo," which directly translates to testing a sand pot or testing a clay pot. And the English equivalent would be testing the waters or dipping your toe in the water. And it didn't become one of my favorite phrases until recently when I learned the origin of the phrase. So the origin of the phrase comes from, if you imagine you're a burglar, right? And then there's a hole in the wall. Maybe you're using the doggy door or the kitty door, and you want to go inside the house to steal stuff. So instead of poking your head in the door first, right, you don't know who's on the opposite side. The owner might be there waiting with a stick or the bat or something, you don't know, right? So you take your sand pot or you take your clay pot, shove it down the little hole first to see whether or not it gets smashed in. If it gets smashed in, you run away. If it doesn't, then you have full permission to go inside. You don't have permission, but whatever. You can go inside and take stuff without worrying too much. So that's where the origin of sisabo comes from. Because of this origin, the phrase is actually usually more used in a negative connotation when you're referring to someone. So if you want to say someone is testing the waters to see how much they can take, how much they can manipulate, how much they can profit from someone else's misfortune, that's when you would use this phrase. So it's testing the waters in a negative light. So that's where this phrase comes from. But I just think that the story of, like, the visual of the burglar with his little clay pot just walking around shoving in random doors to see whether or not they'll get smashed in, I just think that's really funny. So that's one of my favorite phrases in Cantonese. That's it. Have a good day.